Hello researchers, how are you? I hope you are fine and doing well. In the last video, we have discussed regarding the installation of Ubuntu 15.04, and after that I have made you learn what are the top 12 things to do, like resetting the root password, installing some multimedia torrent softwares, like all that stuff like that. But in this video, from this video itself, we will be starting deploying some server based installations. Now, as we know that Linux today is adaptable in server technology, many of the organizations are preferring Linux as compared to Windows operating system. So it is very much important for you that if you deploy Linux as server, what are the different servers which you can configure on Linux in order to give good services to the users. Now in this video, I am going to tell you that how to install the LAMP server. LAMP stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL or PHP. But I am taking this video to the next level. In this video, we will be installing Linux, because as we know that Linux has already been installed, and I've shown you in a very easy and an efficient manner how to install Linux in VirtualBox and even on VMware. We will be installing Apache, but instead of installing MySQL, I am taking the MySQL replacement towards mariadb. Now, as you know that we have different flavors of Linux, MySQL today is now regarded as outdated package and not very much reliable and secured package as compared to mariadb. So I am shifting my LAMP server from MySQL to mariadb, and after that we will be installing PHP, and I will also be demonstrating how to install PhpmyAdmin. So without wasting much time, let us proceed with the installation, and all the commands which I am going to demonstrate in this video, you will all be seeing all these commands at the bottom of the video links, so that you can just make it as a notepad file and you can use it as such for deployment of the LAMP server. So before we should start, I should first of all tell you that it is better that you should be logged in as a root. So in the previous video, I've already told you how to log in as root and how to change the root password when you first of all install Linux operating system, that is Ubuntu Linux. So first of all, let us do the updation of this Ubuntu operating system with the command that I've already told you, that is apt-get update, so that the Linux should be updated to all the repositories and all the new packages should be crawled with the Linux operating system. Now after that the crawl is being done, we will be shifting our focus towards the installation of LAMP server. So now you can see that it is reading and fetching the packages, and now it has been done. So let us clear this. And now let us go to the A part. Now that is mariadb is regarded as a good replacement or deployment as compared to old MySQL server. So the part A of this video would be deployment of mariadb server. So how to install it? Let us fire the first command, that is called apt-get -y. Why we put -y? Because we don't need to put yes after that. We just want that it should be straight away installed. So install mariadb-server and mariadb client. So now you can see that 11.9 MB of archive is required. So it will just take a couple of minutes or two to install. So now the client core is being downloaded. So what I personally recommend is to, rather than going towards MySQL server, better to go with mariadb, and almost all the commands are similar as compared to MySQL, and it will be reliable also. So 30% installation is being done, and very soon we will be greeted with the installation procedure, and then we will be coming towards setting up the root password, the B part of this A part. So almost 50% you can say it has been installed. Just 1 minute more and then we will be starting ahead. So now the mariadb server has started downloading. It is about 4 MB. So I will not be pausing my video so that you should all enjoy the download also, because the rest of the softwares are not very much heavy in download. So with a decent internet speed we can download and we can enjoy the installation part also. So now it is almost completion in downloading. So it has fetched 11.9 MB in just 2 minutes, and now it is unpacking all the libraries and installing the mariadb server. So it is now deploying the mariadb server. It is setting up. So it is starting the process as process 8466. Yes, we are done. So now let us set the root password for mariadb. So the command is mysql_secure_installation. So we have to enter the password of the root, the same password which we log in as a root password, as a root user. So I type in my password. So here you have been greeted with the command, you already have a root password set, so you can want to set. It is better that you set it again. So I press Y and press enter. So I type in my new password, and now it is going to set you to remove anonymous users. It is better to press Y. So disallow root login remotely for security purpose. I press Y and press enter. And remove test database and access to it. So you can say I press yes, so that we should be greeted with a blank database and we should start creating our new one. So press Y and press enter. And after that it is showing you that reload privileges table now. So press Y and press enter. So you can say you have to press Y again so that you can be able to complete the installation. So let us log into the mariadb database software with the command that is mysql space -u root space -p. So we have to enter the root password. So now you can see that mariadb has been properly installed. And now let us exit mariadb and go to the part B. So this completes the part A of my video, that is the installation of mariadb database. So after that I'm going to the part B, that is deployment of Apache Web Server. So let us fire the Apache Web Server installation with the following command, that is apt-get space -y install Apache 2. So now it is just about 1.6 MB of software. It will not take much time to download and install. And after the deployment of this Apache Web Server installed and deployment, we will be testing that whether it has been properly installed or not. So for that we have to fire our web browser, that is Firefox web browser. So now it is enabling all these triggers. So let us open the Firefox web browser from here. So before we should start testing our Apache Web Server, it is better that we should know the IP address of the machine. So I give the command that is ifconfig. So the machine IP address is 192.168.117.134. I just copy over here and I open my web browser. So I type in the command that is FTTP, that is a web address / my IP address. So press enter. So now you can see that the Apache Ubuntu default page has already started working, and over here we can see that we have the, by default the Ubuntu does not allow access to the web browser to any file located into /var/w/public_directories, and the default U directory is /var/w/html, where you can put all your website addresses. So let us minimize it and let us proceed with the part C of this video, that is the deployment of PHP and Apache PHP module. So for that I have to download the PHP and install PHP, that is apt-get --y install PHP 5, the version 5. So the second is called, the next package that is called libapache 2-mod-php5. So now it is requiring about 5 MB of the disk space to download, 5 MB of the download, and after that it will be consuming about 21.5 MB of the additional space. So for that we just have to wait for just a minute or two so that it should able to install, and we should be able to greet our PHP into our system. And after it gets installed, downloaded, come installed, we will be restarting our Apache web browser. So it will just take about less than 30 seconds, about for that time, about we can say 50% has already been downloaded. So about you can say we are going to finish the download. Yes, the download is finished, and now it is setting up the PHP into this machine. So we have to restart the Apache Web Server to test the PHP. So the restart command is systemctl space restart Apache 2. So the Apache Web Server has been installed. So let us go and write down one PHP code into using a nano editor, and then we will be testing such. So in order to test the PHP and details about the PHP installation, we have to fire this command, that is nano/var/www/html. This is the folder or the location where we have to make our PHP file with the extension that is called info.php. So let us type this following code, that is $PHP, and in the next line PHP info, double quotes, and over there, and that. So let us go with Control X and yes for the changes, and enter to exit. So let us change the owner of info.php file to www-data and user. So for this I have to just copy this command which I have already written in my notepad address to here. So now let us fire the web browser again. So for that we have to give the IP address, that is HTTP, that is 192.168.117.134/info.php. So now you can see that the PHP version 5.6.4 has been installed, and now you can see that the PHP API and extension header has already been configured, and it is working very properly. So now let us you can say proceed ahead with the part D, that is getting MySQL/MariaDB support in PHP. So let us go with this command. Let me clear the screen. That is apt-cache search PHP 5. So all these modules are there, so I have to install all these modules. I have already noted down the command, so I just copy this command from over here and I just fire the command over here. So now it will just take about 2 MB of the download, and it will be soon greeting us with the installation. So almost 50% has already been downloaded, so it will not take much time to download. So you can see till this video that how much easy it is to configure the LAMP server into Ubuntu, and I'm using Ubuntu 15.04. Okay, so let us restart the system CTL with the firing of the Apache restart. Restart Apache 2. So now let us go for the next part of this video, that is the optimization of PHP. So over there we need to have the software called APC small u, which is basically known as the PHP opcode corrector for caching and optimizing PHP intermediate code. So in order to install and optimize the PHP, we have to download this package. So apt get install php5-apcu. So it's a very small package, and you can see it has already been installed. So now you can see that we have to restart the web browser again, that is systemctl. Remember one thing, whenever you install or deploy anything, remember to restart the Apache web browser again and again, otherwise the changes would not be reflected. So now let us restart the browser and let us fire this web address and see whether the APCU has already been installed or not. So http my IP address 192.168/info.php. So now we can see that the Apache environment has been there, and now the APC support has been emulated and it has been restarted. So now APC version support has already been enabled with serialization support PHP. So let us fire the next part. Let us close this web page. And now let us make the Apache secure. My next part, that is part F, to use Apache secure and to make use of HTTPS rather than HTTP. For that we have to enable SSL, that is called secure socket layer, because we know that the we have two protocols to browse the web, that is HTTP and HTTPS. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and all the packet is directed towards port number 80, and HTTPS is known as Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, and all the traffic is directed towards port number 443. So let us enable the SSL/TLS. TLS stands for Transport Layer Security. We have to fire this command a2 nmod SSL. So now we have to restart the Apache, that is service Apache 2 restart. So it has been started. So next command which we have to give is a2 nsite default -SSL. So now we have to fire another command, that is service Apache 2. Now you can see that every time I change any configuration, I have to restart the web server is reload. So now let us go and fire the browser with rather than HTTP towards HTTPS, and to assure that it has started working with security, HTTPS. So I give the command of my IP address, that is 192.168.117.134. So now you can see that connection is untrusted. So I click over here, I understand the risks, add exceptions. So confirm security exception. Now you can see that HTTPS is properly working with this. So now let us close this, and now we proceed with the next deployment, that is PhpMyAdmin. So let us fire the installation of PhpMyAdmin, that is apt-get-y install PhpmyAdmin. Why we install PhpmyAdmin? Because it is regarded as one of the front-end tool in order to manage all the PHP websites. So let us fire. It is about 12 MB, so it will not take much time, and after download it will be taking about 50 MB of additional disk space in order to get it properly deployed up. So let us wait for some time, about 3 to 4 minutes, in order to get it downloaded and installed. So after this we will be doing some configuration settings so that it should be properly deployed. So I'm getting proper speed, and download is taking very good speed over there from my internet connection, and it is downloading like anything. So make it sure, administrators, users, hobbyists and Linux researchers, that nothing is very tough in Linux. Just you have to follow series of steps, series of commands, step by step, and you will be finding no problem in configuring any server of this world towards any flavor of Linux. That is my guarantee. So about 60% is complete. So in less than a minute now we will be finishing the download part, and we will be starting the installation of PhpmyAdmin, and side by side we have to configure some options in PhpmyAdmin so that we can be able to do some further settings and start our work with that. So about 75% is there. Just couple of seconds more. So now almost we are done with the download part. So it has downloaded 12.4 MB, and now we have to configure our PhpmyAdmin. So as you know that we have already using Apache 2, you can even use light HTTPD, but still as we have the Apache 2, so I just select this by using spacebar and put the tab and click OK. After this it is configuring about the database. So configure database for PhpmyAdmin with DHP common. So I just have to keep it yes only, so I press enter, and now we have to type the password of the mariadb root user which we have already created when we have installed mariadb. So I type in my administrator password, tab, and press enter on OK. And now we have to type in the password of Mysql for PhpmyAdmin for root user, that is my password. Click OK. We have to reconfirm the password. So now you can see that it has started, but we have to, you can say we have to disable one plugin. mariadb enables a plugin called Unix socket for the root user by default. This plugin will prevent the root user to log in into PhpmyAdmin so that TCP connections to MySQL are working. For root user we have to use this command in order to disable that plugin. So drag this command, copy it. You will find all the commands in the video, so don't you have to worry about that. So I just copy this command, paste over here, and now it has all set. I just have to go to my web browser. I have to type in this address, that is 192.168, and in the slash part I have to type in, that is PhpmyAdmin. So now you can see the username should be root, and the password, and I click enter, and now you can say that everything is working properly fine. That is PhpmyAdmin, mariadb, Apache Web Server, my you can say security passwords, and even everything. So in this video we have learned how to configure LAMP server, that is Linux, mariadb, PHP and Apache Web Server, and making the site secure and doing every setting which you want. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do give it a shot, do give a practice to this video, and in the next coming videos I will be configuring more servers on Ubuntu operating system. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening.